The semester 3 times. I give this outstanding lecture that you need to hear one evening, but tonight I'm out to ask you for your vote and support. I'm running for Houston Community College Trustee, District 4. District 4 now runs all the way from 3rd Ward, Sunnyside, out 610 through South Bracewood to Houston Baptist and fans out to Bissonnette, Bel Air, all the way out to the Beltway, then it jumps up to Harwood and ends at Boone Road. So I'm coming to give you some A-Leaf love. I was glad I made it just in time to hear the candidates for ISD. I see the superintendent was in the back someplace. Get out a pen and a piece of paper. I need you to write something down for me. And in my class, if you breathe, I can call on you. If you stop breathing, that I try to do as a smart aleck kid, my dad got me. I put out a plan. It's called An Opportunity to Do Better. And what it's all about is partnering with A-Leaf, HISD, and all the other school districts inside the Houston Community College to stack our resources. My simple observation is, as a taxpayer, when I pay my tax bill, they don't give me a discount from one entity to the other. They want all their money, and it's going to the same place, so we got to figure out how to work together. The partnership I want to build between HCC and A-Leaf ISD is to use our early college to do more of the things that the school board members were talking about. Workforce training and early college academic preparation all the way down into the middle school. And if you put the resources together from HCC and A-Leaf ISD, we can do more, and we can help give kids the opportunity to make the decision about whether or not they want to be on a purely career technology track, they want to do workforce training, or do they want to be on a purely academic track. One of the things we have to do, if you're not taking AP or IB, every kid should be taking dual credit once they get to the high school level. So when they finish up, they finish with a high school diploma, at least 1 year free of dual credit, and a workforce certificate. Generally, ISDs pay for kids to take the placement exam for AP or IB. We generally don't do that. One of the commitments I'm making is that HCC, for all the folks in our service area, we're going to make sure every kid that wants to take dual credit, we pay for the Compass exam. Now it's 35 bucks. I'm probably going to advocate that we change from the Compass exam to one of the alternative exams that the state allows us to use, and that it's free so that more kids can enroll in dual credits. The next thing I want to do is, when you come on to HCC, there's 2 reasons why kids drop out once you can get them through high school. And to help get them through high school is a partnership between the ISD and HCC. But once I get you, it's just 2 reasons. Either you weren't well prepared, and if we partner together, we can have them well prepared academically to do college level work. The second reason why they drop out of college after their first year, they don't persist in the technical jargon, is they have financial issues. And so we've got to do a lot of work early to get kids and their families in a place where they can afford to come to HCC, which means one of the things is, I'm not for increasing tuition. We've just hit with about an 18% tuition increase. I don't think they had to do it. That's why I've asked that the system undergo a performance review and a Lean Six Sigma audit. Somebody sent me an email. It had 6 sheets, 30 names per sheet, that was making over $100,000. Lone Star College did a comparison of itself compared to other community colleges around the country. HCC was outranking Lone Star in terms of better performance, except in one area. On the administrative cost side, HCC was the highest administrative cost community college in the country at about 18% of the revenue we take in being administrative overhead. We have too many people in central administration that have nothing to do with the academic side of the system. We're going to drive some of that cost out so we can put that money back into helping to support students making their way through the 2-year programs. I need your help and I need your vote. And I came out here tonight. Most people don't realize that after they redistricted, A-Leaf is now part of District 4. For some people, it's considered an inner city district. For me, I know what the district is like. When I was on city council, I represented the entire city, and my commitment remains the same. I want all of Houston to do well. I want every child in this community to have an opportunity to do better. And I also want to use the talent we have at HCC in terms of workforce to help put people back to work. The Brookings Institute just came out with a study that said in Houston, we have what's called a skill gap. We have a lot of good paying jobs, $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 a year, but we don't have enough people with the skills to do the job. I just left an event with the Greater Houston Partnership. You have to get business in the room, you have to get professional associations in the room, and you have to get HCC in the room, and you talk about, okay, what areas do you need skilled folks in, and you set up workforce training programs. That's supposed to be the flexible part of what we do at the Houston Community College, and I intend to make sure we do that. We help put people back to work. I heard some of the conversation earlier. It was in the Sunday's Chronicle. Here's what the State Coordinating Board is telling us. 60% of the jobs that are going to come online in this state in the next 10 years, you will need a college degree. And a college degree is not in the same old way, not the same old way we think about vocational tech. We've got to come up with a different way of looking at how we understand the purpose of education and what we're going to use it for. Op-ed piece in the Wall Street Journal talked about this. What you get paid for now is this. And you get paid to be able to do critical thinking. I don't care what area you're in. And not only do we pay you to do critical thinking, we pay you because you also have the skills to use technology. And they call it social skills, but what they really mean now is you have to be able to work in teams. So whether it's workforce skills training or academic preparation, we've got to do all those things, and we've got to think differently. This is no longer the 17th or 18th century. We're no longer a purely agricultural country, and we've got to get away from ring the bell, walk down the hallway, and we've got to start thinking teaming, internet, online, global participation, global partnership, and we've got to do that here, and we've got to use the backbone industry. We were so ambitious, we built an inland port 20 miles from the water, and it became the largest international port in the world, in the country at least. We were so ambitious, we built the world's largest medical center. This community was so ambitious when most folks didn't believe it, we combined healthcare and technology and created a new industry. For me, we can't be ambitious enough to figure out how to modernize education to take care of our young people. For these people on the stage, they better understand this. They don't have any property taxes. They don't have any sales taxes. They don't have any franchise taxes to pay for basic city services. If we have a bunch of dumb kids who didn't graduate from high school, they're in jail and they're on social services and they're draining me and you. Folks ask me why I'm running. It's because I have a son and I'm hoping to make sure the environment for him and other young people are better. But I'm also doing it for a very selfish reason. I would rather do everything to give a young person an opportunity to have a better life for themselves and their family as opposed to breaking into my house. That's why I came all the way out here tonight to ask you for your vote to serve and represent you on the Houston Community College Board of Trustees. This will not be the last time you see me. I'm committed to making a difference with you. If you vote for me, I only want you to do one thing. Don't leave me alone. When I'm down there and I'm arguing and fighting for things that are going to be good for Ailey, to make sure they fulfill the promises they made to you when you voted to come into the HCC system, don't say, oh, look at Carole Robinson, I hope he does okay, and I'll talk to him next time he comes out here. See, I'm going to come and I'm going to demand that you participate with me, that you come down there, that you stand up, and you make sure that Ailey gets its fair share of services and resources. Again, my name is Carole Robinson, and I'm asking you, I came personally to ask you for your vote. Vote early. Vote for me. No, I'm not going to say that. But remember what the president said. Carole G. Robinson. Thank you.
Okay. Our next moderator is going to be Frank Garcia. And I just want to acknowledge Frank. put this together this evening, and Monique Pham, who's our timekeeper, they're the two youngest members on the board of the Ely District Neighborhood Council, and these guys are doing a great job, and they're young.
Good evening. Thank you everyone for coming out tonight. Basically, we're going to do the same thing as we did it at with the previous forum. We're going to give the candidates 3 minutes to provide an introduction about themselves. And then once we do that, I have 3 questions that I will be asking each candidate, and you also have 3 minutes to be able to answer that. And then we're going to open up the floor for questions. 2 minutes. We'll be able to provide y'all 2 minutes to answer the questions. And just once again, my name is Francisco Garcia. Thank you very much, Ms. Monique, for timekeeping. Thank you, Ms. Quattro, and everyone else for coming out. So, real quick, I'm going to hand over the microphone. I'm going to start with Mr. Hung. He's going to go ahead and introduce himself.
Thank you. I don't think I need this.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Quattro. Thank you, Francis Garcia. Thank you, Monique Pham, for doing a good job volunteering your time today. It is such an honor for me to be here tonight and to see many familiar faces tonight, like Ann Green, Mr. Steve Sherman, Chet Nation, and a lot of you here, like Ann Williams, Amy. For the last 2 years, I have served you. When I was running the last time, I promised you about the crime reduction. And statistically, the West Side of the division has already released out the number. For 2 consecutive years here in Ely, the crime reduced 10%. Statistically. You remember last year the arsonist who set a serial fire in the district. 6 months later, he was identified and he was caught on the act. The police chased him at 2 in the morning, and he went over on Beltway 8 and Highway 59. He jumped off the bridge and committed suicide. And after that, there was no more. There has been no more crime, arsenate in our area. About the infrastructure, I think I'm loud. About the infrastructure, you already see that we have already had the new construction on Kirkwood, Willcrest, Boone is on construction now, and we have the $20 from the Tourist 20 to have Bel Air, the whole reconstruction of Bel Air. And about the community center, I had identified with the park department to see that we have about $2.2 million, and it will be on the CIP and it will be on the bond. So in the year 2015, we will have $2.2 million to build a new community center, Kirkwood and Bel Air. I'm going to ask the corporations to chip in because I have asked the mayor and also the park department, Mr. Joe, to have a fundraising so that we have another $800,000. So hopefully we get about $3 million to build the new community center. And for that community center last year, well, this year we have a crisis. I saved $6,000 and something from my own office to put down to put it in there for Ely Community Center. $6,200, over $6,200 for the year 2010. So you can see that I have contributed, and then cleaning up. Every year, twice a year, I do the cleanup in Ely Park, and we join with the Lion Club to do the planting of the trees on Hackleberry Park. And with the Lion Club too, Amy, you remember that last year I sponsored, I was an instrumental catalyst for the back to school event. So we got 3,500, and this year we got 7,500 back to our students. And we are trying to, I'm going to challenge, next year we'll do 10,000, right? So thank you with the Lion Clubs, that all the jobs that we have done. Thank you.